An amazing message there. The crazy part of that message, Marilyn, I'll throw it over to you. Welcome in, by the way. Welcome to our Going Deeper segment where we invite y'all in to have a conversation with us. We'll be talking together and we'll be talking to you. You won't be able to talk back to us like in our ear or anything like that, but you could chat it up. That's what you should do.
Yep.
So anyhow, the Iranian couple story, that one to me is crazy. You know, because in a world that we live like even right now where maybe it's just an American thing, we celebrate our freedoms, right? Mm-hmm. And the story there was the Iranian couple, they came after being under the threat of persecution. They came here where there would have been a lot of freedoms, and they wanted to go back to that and risk it. Why? Why would...
Man, that's scary. Like that whole Satan's lullaby.
Satanic lullaby.
We're all just kind of just in the, I don't know, just doing our own thing. Yeah. But yeah, like there you have to rely on God every single day to like, please don't let me die today. Mm-hmm. Like we don't ever have to think that here. Yeah. I mean, for the most part.
Not yet.
True. At least in Cholo.
Not yet. And I think about that, Justin, when I think about like, you know, it's true that God's economy is upside down. And I think when we're just celebrating our freedoms, which, by the way, I love, you know.
Absolutely.
But, you know, the growing church, the persecuted church, is sometimes the church that's growing. Yeah. Underground church. And so, what do you think about that? Like, why is that? Just because of the way God works differently, or is it because we're able to not be sleepwalking? We're able to be more intentional with our life, or you know?
Yeah, I mean,
do you want me to persecute you this week so you grow closer to God?
I'd rather not. I'd rather not. No, I don't know. I almost wonder if because it's just so easy for us here that we just. I almost wonder if we think that we have the kingdom already, right? Like like we live as if we have the kingdom yet without the king, right? And so if we think that we have the kingdom, why would we go out and try to advance it? You know, if we have everything that we think that we need. If we think we've recreated the garden in some way here in America, then what do we have to look forward to in eternity? I don't know.
And, you know, well, furthermore, I think it causes us to even sometimes complain about or, you know, feel like we're persecuted when some of our garden is taken away. And we think it's like, you know, never going to come back, or I don't know. But anyhow, well, let's get into the issue of what you're going to say. You're going to say something really important.
How do you know?
Because you're like...
I was going to say, I think you and Darcy do a really good job at multiplying image bearers.
Really? See, is that a compliment? Thanks for bringing that up.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we have.
I was thinking that when I heard that in the sermon. I was like,
do you have a clan?
They did a good job with that.
Yeah, we do. We have a clan. You know, we have lots of arrows in our quiver.
Yeah.
I don't know whatever that is. Anyhow.
Okay,
thanks,
sorry.
Marilyn.
Yep, you're welcome.
We want to talk about sleepwalking just a little bit. You know, because to me that's an interesting concept. You know, when you're sleepwalking. I don't know why, but I keep thinking about like the village idiot. It's like you're there physically, but you actually don't have a clue about what's going on. So I thought the village idiot was like the better analogy to somebody who's unaware. But sleepwalking's a good one too. But when we think about sleepwalking, you know, if you're the sleepwalker, you are actually the one that doesn't understand what's going on.
Right.
Did you ever think about that?
Have you ever thought about that?
Like if you're asleep, well, one, do you sleepwalk? Do you sleepwalk?
No, I don't think so.
I haven't sleepwalked.
How would I know if I sleepwalk if I'm not aware?
Well, okay, that's a great question. Because you probably would have somebody around you that would tell you that you're sleepwalking.
That'd be pretty crazy having a toddler that sleepwalks. Like that's scary. Yeah. Like lock all your doors.
Yeah. Because we have a lot of kids, we lock their doors from the outside. So they only come out when we unlock the door.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Okay. Well, how could so the question is, maybe for you guys out there who are watching, and you know, how could we know that we're the ones sleepwalking, you know, and how can we challenge each other to wake up? this whole sleepwalking concept coming out of 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 34. But how can we, how do we do that? So what if somebody's watching? Or what if you're watching and you're thinking, crap, is this me? How do you check that? How do you check that in your life?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and plug community groups right now
Yes.
and say, I mean, but
community groups.
But seriously though, I mean, if you're not surrounding yourself with other believers, then you're not. And hopefully those aren't other sleepwalking believers, or else you're just having a sleepwalk party.
Level. Yeah,
a sleepover.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But having other believers are going to challenge you to the mission and the purpose that God's created us for. Like what Blake was saying. To multiply His image.
Yeah.
And interesting note on that, right? Like in the garden, we multiplied His image through procreation, right? But now what that looks like is disciple making.
Oh yeah.
We multiply God's image by making disciples. And so having a community around you who's going to challenge you to advance the kingdom by making disciples, I say get in a community group because it's awesome.
Group. That's definitely a way. What about for you in your life? Like, what about just being married? Your partner in marriage. Is Ben ever an encouragement to you to stop sleepwalking? I guess it's Ben.
I don't know, but like intentionality, obviously, like that's just the theme of being a Christian. Mm-hmm. We always talk about intentionality around here, but like that's when I know, like if I'm not being intentional with like my day and stuff, that's how I know I'm sleepwalking. I'm like, okay, what have I done today to like glorify God? Like, did I do anything? Did I talk to Him? Did I pray to Him today? Like, okay, what do you want me to do? Like, I feel like I've recently been sleepwalking and kind of Holy Spirit woke me up, was like, hey, what are you doing? What you doing over there? Being pregnant, Anyways, yeah.
Well, that's true. So we can look to God Himself to shake us up out of a slumber sometimes.
Yeah.
I'd rather a friend tell me than God have to break it to me, but
yeah.
God's my friend also, but I'm just saying, I don't know, in case you're worried about me. Anyhow.
It's a good prayer to pray, though. God,
wake me up.
Like, don't let me fall into this trap of this satanic lullaby.
Oh, gosh.
I know, it sounds so sinister.
I know. Well, and in fact, it is, right? We live in this world that is spiritual, too,
Mm-hmm.
We don't battle just the physical aspects of life.
Yeah.
There's principalities.
Yep.
And so anyhow, welcome to the Christian faith. It's
great. Woo!
Sure, that's what one of the things. As soon as I was baptized back in the day, this was a long time ago, Marilyn.
I know.
Way long.
I know, you got a
way
lot of
before
kids.
you were born. That's that's kind of an awakening for me because I had
way before you.
Way before you.
When people used to ride bicycles with normal tires.
Without fat tires, because we need balance. But
Okay.
I had somebody come up to me, like good Christian people come up to me, hey, watch out, it's going to get rough, and I was like, cool. Looking forward to it. But I know I had people around me that would help me through that. So, Justin, we want to talk just a little bit about this idea of civilians and soldiers. You had brought that up, and if you're in community group right now, you're going to be talking about this. But
Absolutely.
You will.
2 Timothy 2:4, no soldier gets entangled in civilian pursuits, since his aim is to please the one who enlisted him. What's the difference between living in like a civilian or living like a soldier to you? Like, this is a battle.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about, like, that we are soldiers, and in a way, our job is to advance the kingdom, to advance Christ's mission, right? Like, He's our general, and the last thing that we would want to do is just, sit around and not do what He's asked us to do. Like he told us to, go take ground, take that hill, and take out that machine gun nest. And the reality is that we're going to be going up there, and some of us ain't going to make it all the way up the hill, right? They're going to step on the wrong thing and get blown up or whatever. But
lovely.
Yeah, it's great encouragement. So
I mean,
have a great week.
No, but I mean. Oh man, I'm getting
true,
crazy
though.
over here.
It's
No,
true.
but for real. I mean, that's how we have to view this Christian life. If we're not going to get lulled to sleep,
Right.
you know. I mean, these guys that are sitting in foxholes and getting shot at, you know, I mean, they're definitely not sleepwalking, right? Like they're awake all the time. And so if we look at life in the Christian life with that lens, you know, are we walking out onto the battlefield staring at our phone, or are we
Yeah, that's true.
I
You
mean,
you brought
probably
up
gonna
another
shoot
good
that
point
guy.
in one of our pre-meetings and so I'll throw it over to Marilyn, but what about this idea that, okay, I'm a soldier and I've been enlisted by Jesus. Is it up to me to like write some new battle plans? You know, is it up to me to like, you know, do I tell the one who's enlisted me what to do? Because I think sometimes in life, that's what we want to do as Christians. Oh God, I don't want this, but I'll do this. And,
Yeah.
you know, so.
No.
Okay. No.
No.
Dang it. Ask one word answers.
You want to elaborate?
Yeah. That's hard though, right? Because we're people. We want to do what we want to do. We want our freedoms.
And we want the blessing part of
Yes.
our Christian faith, not necessarily the persecution part.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I don't want to go over there. I'll go this way.
Right.
Yeah.
Well-
Not cool, man.
For you guys who are out there just, you know, watching, what do you think? You know, chat it up.
Chad?
Ask us the question. Chat it up.
Hi, Chad.
If you want to get a hold of Pastor Chad, his number is, no, I'm just kidding.
Pastor Chat.
So,
Okay,
anyhow,
sorry.
let us know. Ask the questions. We'd love to hear from you guys. And I just want to leave you with a question for the road. Maybe right now you're in a group, you're around somebody. You could turn and ask someone around you right now a hard question. I don't know if this would be hard to do. I'm not even going to ask you guys this question.
I could probably think of one.
But I'm going to ask you a question is,
Are you in a community group?
are you in a community group? You might, if you're not, you can just ask yourself that question, because why am I not in a community group? But if you're, right now I want you to turn to somebody next to you and ask them if they think that you may be sleepwalking. And
Oh,
if so,
dang.
how? How am I sleepwalking right now? Because I know that when we answer that question, we grow, right? And it's a hard question, but I know that we'll grow from that and that God will grow us. And so if you're not around anyone right now, as Justin said,
Ask yourself.
join a community group. Yeah, just ask yourself. We're encouraging you to talk to yourself today.
sleepwalking?
You know, just, am I sleepwalking?
Yeah.
But maybe you could shoot somebody a text, or you could call them right now. It would be a great way to get some of that information. So that's the question right now. Turn to somebody you're with and just ask them, how do you think I may be sleepwalking? And then just zip it and
then
listen.
walk away.
Well, no, you should sit and listen. Walk away. Mic drop. Yeah, boom, boom. So yeah, that's all the time that we're going to have for our Going Deeper segment. We want to thank you guys for joining in. If you're new here, as Pastor Justin has mentioned, get involved in a community group, tcaz.us/connect. It's going to have all of the different ways that you can connect with other people and with our church. And so we want to thank you for doing that and encourage you, in fact, to do that. If you're a person who's been generous towards the vision and mission of the church here to make it easier for people to know Jesus, we want to thank you for your generosity. And also for those of you who are preparing to give, you can do that on any of our platforms. And we just want to thank you. Just jump in there, go to tcaz.us/give, and you can find an easy way to give too. So again, thanks for joining us. We're praying for you that you have an amazing week as you consider turning down that lullaby that you might be listening to.
Turn that
Crank
down.
up the jams.
And crank up the Jesus jams. All right.
There you go.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Don't be that.
Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.